And welcome to another exciting adventure on the energy that surrounds us. I'm your host, Michael, and we are blessed to have with us a great guest who, in full transparency, has the same problem I have, and that is dealing with time zone changes and time zones. And so, yeah, I cannot fault for that because I am just as guilty of that as well. So, with that being said, you all are in for a treat with this episode. So, those of you who tuned in earlier, you just got to hear me plug my book. So, kudos to you for that. And now I'm going to turn it over to my amazing guest, the one, the only, incredible Jaclyn Dawn.
Hello. Thank you for having me. I'm
Well,
excited
thank
to
you for
be
coming
here.
on.
Yes, it's a very beautiful day. We're going into September, so it's cooling off a little bit, but it's not too bad yet. We're bracing ourselves for winter up here.
Winter is coming.
Yeah, we're up north here, so in Canada, so I know it's coming soon. We have like the tiniest little fall ever. It's like 2 weeks and then winter hits you. So, yeah.
Sounds like Texas. We have summer and then there's cold.
Yeah, basically. So, yeah.
So, for those who may not be familiar, and I feel like if I just read your bio, I would not do it justice. So, I will let you introduce yourself to the audience.
Okay, sounds good. So, yeah, so I'm Jaclyn Dawn. I help a lot of people with detox, with health and nutrition, online mostly, but also in my reality, a lot more now that I have cleaning clients. I clean houses as well. So I have been helping my clients as well heal. So, yeah, and then I also do spiritual guidance for people with tarot readings, tarot and oracle readings. So I find that to be very powerful, and the spiritual guidance is usually spot on. So and I do collective readings every week as well. I put them out to a lot of groups. So it goes out to a lot. These groups have like close to 1 million, some of them. So a lot of souls in there. So yeah, about 50 groups I put it out to when I can. You know, not cleaning and taking care of my kids, because I have 2 teenagers as well that I raised that are older now, almost 17 and 14, Jaden and Josh. So they're a handful as well. So they're very hyper and aggressive growing up. So I detoxed them when they were much younger. So I have seen the other side of them after they were detoxed, and we did parasite cleanses. They were completely different. They're a lot more docile and a lot more saturated, like hydrated, so they could go for a lot longer without constantly asking for food. So yeah, so that's very nice. So I can help a lot of people now with their kids that have ADHD and ODD, which is oppositional defiant disorder, where they deliberately disobey you. So of course, the doctors want to put them on drugs and stuff, and they're still pushing me to do that. But I just refuse. And so they think I'm not treating my sons. So, but they don't get it. They don't understand these souls that want me to go to the doctor and whatnot. They're unaware. So I forgive them and stuff. So a lot of unaware people out there that don't realize, Ritalin and stuff is not going to save your kid. You got to detox them, and you need to do parasite cleanses. Is huge. People don't realize the power of parasites. They take over whole planets. There's many different kinds, and they do many different things to the human body. So someone needs to blow the lid off parasites, that's for sure. I definitely want to write a book energy healing and nutrition book that will talk about different vibrations and frequencies that we need, that are good for the body, that will help heal the body. So obviously all fruit is very important. These are higher beings that you're taking in. They speak to your DNA. They bring in information. They reprogram the DNA and upgrade the DNA. So, and they regenerate the entire body. I've regenerated so many things in my body. It's like watching a miracle unfold. So I've healed from psoriasis, lifelong psoriasis and migraines. So that was quite something. And I healed many heart problems that I had going on, like heart palpitations and like just like racing heart and stuff, even when you're just sitting there. And there's different, in my family, there's a lot of people that have heart problems. So I regenerated that. And I also regenerated my eyes, my vision. I got a whole new prescription now. And I floored everybody in the optometrist office. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just eating fruit. But it's easy to say it, but it's a lot harder to go through it. You have to be extremely self-disciplined. You have to care a lot about yourself and your family, because you want to stay on the earth with them as long as possible to protect them and raise them up. So, yeah. So, yeah, I've done a lot of healing work on myself, healed a lot of things, varicose veins and spider veins, that type of thing as well. So, yeah.
So one thing I'm curious that you mentioned in your bio, and which is in the description, is you talk about, distant Reiki healing, which I'm familiar with that.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Then you mentioned astral surgery, and that got me very curious because I'm like, I've heard of like where they make it look like they're doing surgery and pulling stuff out of the body, and the mind makes it healing, but I have a feeling like that is not what you're talking about.
Well, it's just removing negative energy blockages within the body. So you're going into the auric field, into the ethers, basically the astral realm, which is mostly where you're working, right? When you're doing Reiki, you're in the astral realms. So you have to be very careful because lower dimensional beings can be in the astral realms. So you have to be, protected, do your protection rituals and stuff before before you go into astral surgery. But yeah, it's quite potent stuff. I pull a lot of, it looks like black goo out of people. I don't really know how else to explain it. And then you just pull it out and give it to the angelic realm, the angelic hierarchy that works with you, and you just hand it to them. They take it to source for healing and transmutation. So people can feel this coming out of them when I do it. So there's a lot of naysayers that say you're not doing anything. That's fine. That's because they've never had a session. They've never felt it within their own being. So how would they know? So yeah, experience it.
Yeah, I'm curious though how you go about protecting not only yourself but the client, because you're in two different places. Imagining, and so how do you create like the bubble or shield that not only protects you but them until they re-encompass and you re-encompass? And I don't know why I'm saying re-encompass. I don't even know what that means.
Fantastic word. I know. I change the words every day. I'm just like, I just created that just because I can. But yeah, I would definitely put myself in a Merkaba or a Merkaba, however you want to say that. And you picture it spinning in two different ways. So one spinning left and the other triangle that's going down is right. And you picture that as in your mind, in your third eye, like super fast spinning. It's hard to do it, but you can do it. Spend one triangle spinning to the left, one spinning to the right. And that's kind of like your vehicle. You can travel to different dimensions in. You're very protected in that. I do this even when I'm just standing like in a grocery store. If I feel I need a protection because there's, energies that you don't want to be around, really, you can do that. You can picture the Merkaba in your third eye and picture it spinning super fast like that. And nothing can touch you.
And so then do you extend it to embody the client as well, or
Yeah, like you can make it huge and you can surround yourself in light as well. You can do like a light bubble around the client and around the whole apartment or the whole house or whatever, right? That's how we cleanse the houses as well, which I could be doing that. I could just not be just cleaning houses. I could be like going in and blessing the house, getting rid of anything that shouldn't be there, that needs to go back to source and for healing and transmutation kind of thing. I always call Archangel Michael in to clear the space. Take anything that is not of the light back to source for healing and transmutation. So
Very
that
cool.
and the power symbol as well, right? The Reiki power
Right.
symbol. You can put that on all the walls, north, south, east, and west, and up above, down below, right? As above, so below. And so you do that Reiki symbol on everything. That'll cleanse everything. That'll cleanse your whole space. I put it over my food and everything, my kids' food, everything. It's a very powerful symbol.
It is, and I'm curious, with all the times you've done this, have you ever like pulled it off of somebody and you thought you got rid of it and turned it over and accidentally took some with you and had an effect of that?
Well, I believe everybody, has their own inner work to do. So they all have their own inner healing that they have to do. We're like an onion. It's like layers. You have to keep going deeper and deeper, like inner child work, shadow healing, right, of the shadow self. So it's a lot of work to do that. But yeah, see, I just believe that I just have faith and I know that I'm always divinely protected. And I see that in reality over and over. Plus, I have a huge amount of luck now because I help a lot of people for free all the time for decades. So yeah, I have a lot of luck now. And I have like angel numbers and stuff around me, a lot of synchronicities I see all the time. So that, and I do the readings. I do my own readings. So I see a lot of magic around me. So I just know I'll always be divinely protected. And this Merkaba is powerful. When I learned about the Merkaba, I do that all the time. And I also wear a Merkaba too. If you wear clear crystal quartz Merkaba, this is very powerful. Even just wearing this is good enough without having to, physically go within and imagine it. But both are good.
No, that's very cool. And so you mentioned shadow work, and so have you ever come across a client who you're doing the astral surgery on, you're getting everything removed, and you say, now it's time to do the shadow work, and they're like, absolutely not going there? And does the surgery hold, or because they don't do the shadow work, does it return and they have to do it again and have to be taught it's a dual process. It's multi-layered. You
Yes.
can't do one without the other.
Yeah, they'll learn on their own that they must do the inner healing work, or it's not going to heal. It'll help, and if the client really doesn't accept the healing, it'll go to somebody who will accept the healing, because Reiki energy is smart. It'll go where it needs to go, and it will go to someone who's more open, who has an open heart, because Reiki doesn't work if you don't have an open heart and an open mind. So, because it's all intention, and if the client doesn't believe that, then it wouldn't work. So that's why if naysayers came in and wanted to get a session, nothing would happen because they're so blocked. They might feel it a little bit, but it probably could just go away right away because they're constantly blocking it out. It's like you're hitting a wall. It's pointless.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
You have to be open to healing.
Yeah. Do you ever come up with people who are like, have the agenda to be like, this, doesn't work and I'm going to prove it, and you go through and do everything and they're like, nope, didn't work, told you it didn't work. And like, if you do, how do you handle those?
I don't mind if people say that. That never happens to me. For me, everybody feels it. People can feel me from across the world. People can feel me touching them from across the world. So I'm not afraid. Like, I mean, if someone did say that, I would just tell them it's because you got lots of blockages that you're literally blocking in the Reiki out. Because it's, it's divine light. It's coming from source. So, people could channel it themselves. The elders told me already they could channel Reiki themselves without having to get attuned by a Reiki master and pay a bunch of money. You could just learn it on your own by practicing. Practice makes perfect.
So. I did that, but then I went and paid and took the coursework. But
me too. Yeah, thousands of dollars later, here we are. But it's okay. It's cool. I have a lot of Reiki information that I didn't know before, right? So I love learning new things. I learn new things every day.
So we were in full transparency. We were talking offline, and you have like this wonderful goal mission that you wanted to share with everyone, and so I want to give you the opportunity right now to do just that.
Oh, I'm so excited. I feel like clapping. Oh my God. So yeah, are we talking about the healing sanctuary now?
Yes.
Okay, very good. I'm so excited. So I really want a healing sanctuary. I really want to build the healing sanctuary, probably in the States somewhere, because most of my soul family are in the States for some reason. I don't know why, but most of them are. So I'll probably be there, probably not in Florida, because obviously that's where Dr. Robert Morris is. So he's got Florida covered. We're good. But yeah, maybe I'm thinking Wisconsin or something like this, where a beautiful soul family lives there. So yeah, so the healing sanctuary will be a place for people to come and transition and detox. Because no one was there for me when I was detoxing, and it was difficult, very difficult. I was like shaking trying to make smoothies and stuff. Like, it's not pretty detox. You're coming out of the depths of hell. You're in the trenches, so it's going to be hard. There's a lot of detox symptoms, and they're not fun. So it's very difficult to get through it on your own. So now that I've done that, I don't want anybody else to go through that on their own. Wow. So I really want to build the healing sanctuary and help people heal. So I'm going to school soon to get my detox specialist with Dr. Robert Morris. And then I'll gather some NDs and detox specialists that I know very well. Like Kelly Humphrey is my ND, who helps me all along my healing journey for years now. Thank you, Kelly. And Tony Wheel is my detox specialist. You can find her on Facebook as well if you want help with detoxing. There's also Luca Heineck is really good. And Bianca Morris, I know, is a detox specialist. And Lauren Whiteman is also a detox specialist, and she also helps animals and pets. She actually has a group on Facebook too. It's called Natural Dog and Cat Diet, I think, with therocky.com, something like that. So yeah, so there is help out there. There's lots of Dr. Robert Morris groups as well for people who are looking to detox right now. But yeah, it would be lovely if we had a healing sanctuary where people could go to detox and get help, because you're not well in detox, especially the elderly. Like, they're shaking, their adrenals are weak. Like, they're crashing. People are blacking out in the showers and stuff. Like, so there needs to be like a community that comes together so we can all help each other get out of the pits of hell, basically.
So, question I have for you is,
Mm-hmm.
are you talking about, detoxing and regenerating? So if the body is naturally regenerating, like, on its own, does that mean you don't need to detox right as much, or does the parasites block the regeneration, which is a sign you have to detox?
When you're when you're detoxing and cleansing, all of that will just leave your being. It's like a huge waterfall. Fruit is very astringent and it pulls on the bowel walls. It pulls everything out of you that no longer serves your highest good. So it'll move all that hardened feces, hardened mucus on plaque on the bowel walls, the mucoid plaque. It'll pull it all out of there. And the herbs are potent. They will knock these parasites right out, especially the clove tea and I was taking clove baths. I was fighting off a 7-month parasitic invasion at one time. My entire body was covered in these lesions. I thought at first it was bed bugs, but my kids were fine. So I was like, what the heck? Then I thought I was being abducted. So, because I was going crazy, like, what are all these lesions all over me? And then eventually I figured it out that it's internal and I'm under a parasitic invasion. So I had to heal from that, go into fruit, straight into fruit. And I got Dr. Morris's herbs, which are the most potent herbs on the planet, Parasite G and Parasite M. So that really helped, took them right out. And with the clove tea and the clove baths, yeah, they were gone. And I think that was a 6-week deep parasite cleanse I went through. But yeah, I have to do the photo drop on my healing page, Transforming Thyself. So I will do that when I get a minute. I got to get the pictures together. I also have pictures of the nail growth too. Like on my toenail, you can literally see like so much thicker coming in when I was detoxing. Also, I'd like to say in my iris, like the skin ring around the iris is half gone on my eyes. And I tripped my older brother out the other day because he's obviously seen me my whole life. So he was like, whoa, he couldn't believe it. And I said, yeah, bro, you see that? That's called cleansing and digging. That's how much I dug. That because I've been doing these detoxes over and over and over. Right? 7 months, 5 months was my last one. And then 3 months, 5 months, and then 3 months. So I do them every now and then, right?
Right.
But I fall off what they call the detox bandwagon. I fall off sometimes because obviously there's trauma on this planet. My mom's not doing very well, or she wasn't. She had to have brain surgery because she hit the floor in Walmart. So
I'm sorry. I hope she's doing okay.
yeah, she's doing a lot better now. It's been a year now, so she's a lot better now. I had all the healers working on her when she fell and hit the floor. Oh, that was insane. So I had a lot of beautiful souls come together and help heal her. And the doctors had her x-rays up. They couldn't figure out how she was healing so rapidly. They'd never seen it in their entire time of being a doctor. So it's quite something. But yeah, she's okay now. She's
Oh,
doing
good.
Yeah, she's doing better now. She gets she blacks out, like she's feeling like she's gonna black out now, like every now and then. So she has a cane and stuff to help her. She has her boyfriend with her now to help her around. So thank God for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have a fan in the chat room.
What do I? I have a lot of friends.
Karen Ann Lucky McDonald is the YouTube channel name.
Oh, I see. Very good.
She says she knew and helped you 8 years ago
Oh, okay.
in Saskatoon. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Yeah. Yeah, Karen. Okay, yeah, I think yeah, she's a beautiful soul helping people. detox and heal. So yeah, she taught me a lot of things that helped me along the journey. So yeah, I'm very grateful for her. So thank you, Karen, for that. Much wiser now.
Yeah,
So
and she brings up something that, with you talking about detoxing, that I know is a hot subject right now. And so I'm hoping that, this isn't going to be a trigger word that, YouTube doesn't like, but the graphene and the shedding, is there, a detox for that will remove it, or is that something that once it's in your system, you're going to permanently always have to detox because it always regenerates?
yeah, they say that's really, really bad. Um, I heard about that, yeah. So I believe that you can heal from a lot of different things. I think the worst would be mold toxicity. Dr. Morris says it's like fiberglass coming out of your skin.
Oh,
Yikes. Ow. So, I mean, Dr. Morris thinks you can heal from it. So, but I don't know. See, Dr. Morris needs to come out with like records of people that have healed from all of these different things. Like, I really wish he had, but I mean, I know he's so busy, but somebody's got to take the reins and do that because people need to see. They need to see the truth that you can heal without, big pharma drugs and all of
yeah.
this. So, and surgeries and all of this. They just want to take your organs. Like they took my gallbladder and I was like a teenager. I had no idea. I didn't know it was my major lymph node, major frequency, major tune in our, symphony, which is, our body is a beautiful symphony with different tunes, right? Our organs and tunes. And when they take a body part, then it's out of tune, So.
Yeah, it is interesting how the medical field operates when our bodies are like these fine-tuned machines that are keeping us alive, and then they're like, "Oh, you have extra DNA that doesn't do anything, and you can remove a kidney and function perfectly fine." I'm like, then why is there two to start with? And I
Yeah.
really don't think they're gonna put extra stuff in us when they make our bodies to do what they needed to do. I don't think they sat there
Mhm.
and were like, "Yeah, we got extra. Let's just throw it in there."
Yeah.
They'll never know.
Yeah. They just want to take. It's mainly for money, right? They get paid a lot of money for your organ and whatever. So, and for doing the surgery and whatever. So yeah, it's
Some
kind of
do, yeah.
sad, but
I just want to preface, some do. There are some
mm,
great doctors out there that are
yeah, I'm sure
fighting
there's
the
somewhere.
system, and so don't
Yeah,
think we're blasting all of
yeah,
the medical field and
totally. Yeah,
everything.
yes. And if you have a little piece of your gallbladder, actually, you can grow it back. But unfortunately, they took my whole gallbladder, so forget that, I guess. I have other detox specialists that think I can regrow it. They cheer me on, but I don't know. You never know. I'll probably have the detox for years to even try, but yeah.
I,
I know people have healed their vision and stuff too, like Karen Lee. So it is
yeah,
possible to go all the way and heal it.
I've even read, I think it was back in the 90s, where they were putting like arms that were severed in a saline solution, and it was regenerating the whole arm back.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm wondering, is like, as we're talking about, regenerating, are you referring to just the insides, or are you referring to the whole body itself? So like if you lost a finger
Yep.
doing one of your cleanses and treatments, you could grow the finger back.
Yeah, you can actually check out on Dr. Robert Morris's site. They just regenerated a guy's whole toe. You can see the pictures and everything. Gory as hell. Like, go check that out. Because seeing is believing for people that are skeptics, right?
Right.
So go check out that toe. They just regenerated the guy's whole toe. Holy God. But like, Yeah, you can regenerate anything. The body is so intelligent. It's just like a miracle. I'm just so happy. Yeah.
And Karen, I have to say, Karen talking about the regen beds for the super soldiers, DARPA. I literally just saw an episode on mainstream TV talking about this where they are creating robots and they're creating super soldiers that can lay down and will lay down on like what we almost would call like a med bed, and they're regenerating. And they've had this for 20, 30 years now, this technology, but they don't want to release it for the public use. And it's like, why? And that's the frustrating thing is we're dealing with people who don't want us to have this ability that are pulling strings above government levels, and it's like, really?
Yeah. They don't want us healing at all. So, yeah, it'd be so simple to get into a med bed and you could de-age and heal in 2 seconds. But that's not available to us. So we have to go in manually and detox. And it's going to take a long time, 3, 6, 9 years, 9 months, 2 years to heal, depending on what you're going through. So I was lucky. I healed my psoriasis and the migraines in, I should say, the psoriasis. It certainly ain't mine. We don't want to own our disease or disorder here. So yeah, I couldn't believe I healed it in 5 months on my very first detox. It was just like a miracle. I had it all over my scalp, and it was creeping on down on my neck and onto my face. So.
And I wonder if you ever noticed, I had someone when I was in like my 20s and 30s point out like, hidden verbiage that's like encoded in our language that we don't realize. And like the word disease is dis-ease, it's just a discomfort. And so when you look at it, like, when you start to look at the words and like what's being programmed into the words,
Right.
it's like, wait a minute. It's like, I no longer say I have a disease. I'm like, I have a discomfort, or I don't feel my normal self. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you're saying, I will never claim having an illness, because it's like the way I look at it is I don't view it as being sick. I view it as it's a disease. It's just an uncomfort.
Yeah, basically. There is no disease. There's really just acidosis, different levels of acids in the body. And once you cleanse them out of you, you're fine. You go back to an alkaline state of being. And then you basically bring heaven to earth through the pearly white gates, which is your teeth, your mouth. So it's all very important. The energy you put into your being determines your frequency, determines how you're going to feel for the day. If you don't wake up and, have fruit right away, how are you going to operate? You need that electrical energy. So unless you're extremely full of acids, then maybe have veggie broth or something in the morning, because, it's hard for people to detox. You don't want to, you don't want to mess around with that. Because then you'll feel like crap all day, right? So,
right.
Yeah.
So if, say I, get up and I eat fruit in the morning, then I eat lunch, eat dinner, does that fruit that I ate in the morning start the detox process? I don't have to actually take anything to initiate it. It'll self-govern itself and start taking care of itself?
Well, detox is mainly when you're on raw. You need to be on raw or mainly fruit, because fruit has the highest astringency to pull on the bowel walls and pull everything out. So you're not detoxing if you're eating cooked food. You have to eat raw and you have to eat fruit, mainly fruit, to detox and regenerate, or it's not possible. And this is why it's so hard for people to do it. and many people get scared right off. So you have to be determined to go through it, and you need a lot of fruit. And that's the other thing. The fruit prices are insane. I'm going to start picketing in front of Superstore here. Like, if they raise the berries again, I swear to God, I'm going to make signs. I told my kids, we're making signs. We're going. You guys are helping? Grab a sign. Let's go. Because, yeah, like, the fruit is like almost $20 for a bag of berries. I'm like, what is happening? So yeah, like $2.50 for an apple. Like, where are we? So it's insane what's happening. They know that. They know the fruit has the electrical energy, has H3O2, which is what the human body needs to thrive. It's what it needs. They say it's mainly just water, but it's not. It's H3O2, and that's another big lie. There's so many lies, especially the protein lie. Oh my God. If I hear about the protein one more time, our body makes protein on its own. It doesn't need protein from outside of itself. So amino acids are the building blocks of protein, and you get that from fruits and veggies. So if someone tells me that, I need protein one more time, I swear to God. But yeah, these are the lies on this earth,
Yeah, and I'm curious. Yeah, and I'm curious as we're talking about, like needing the fruit.
Mm-hmm.
If you get organic, pure, like fruit juice,
Yeah.
does the juice do the same thing and help the detoxing, or the juice is just like an illusion and you're really not getting any benefits and there's no health whatsoever coming from juice?
Well, juicing is one of the best things you could ever do for your body. You guys should check out Megger Jade Raw. She helps with Juice Fast. She's released a lot of mucoid plaque from her being and parasites, so you might want to check her out because, yeah, she's a very, very wise woman. But yeah, juice fasting. So you're going to want to make fresh juices because otherwise it's just dead. All the stuff in the stores, in the bottles, all that's just sitting there. It's the enzymes are only active for so long. So you're not really getting that much nutritional value then from the stuff in the stores. So it's hard. I know that people don't want to juice and stuff, but this is what we're dealing with. You need to eat and drink the fruit right now. Like, you could put it in a mason jar all the way to the top so there's no air in there and cap it and take that to work, because I know everybody's on the go. I know, myself included. So yeah, we need some juices. So that would be the best fit, I think, is to put it in mason jars, cap it, make sure there's no air in there. And then you can have mason jars in the fridge and take them with you or whenever you need them. So, but juice fasting is the fastest way to release everything. I hope that I can, create enough abundance here that we're just raining fruit up in here. So I can do a juice fast, because you can get mucoid plaque out and everything, and that's the hardest to get out. That's the hardest digging. I still need to do that. So yeah, I got to go back in soon.
So are there some fruits that are better than others?
Oh yeah, the detox pyramid. So what you're looking at now is the citrus fruit. The citrus fruit is at the top of the pyramid. So anybody who wants to do any kind of detoxing, take it slow. Don't jump into the citrus fruits right away. You're going to feel like crap, such like crap. So unless you've been detoxing a long time, then obviously you can handle it. And then, because it's the most rejuvenating. When I have lemon water in the morning, I have pure spring water, lemon water in the morning, and it just revitalizes me. It's just amazing. I'm lit all day. So yeah, that and dates. Dates are very powerful. Dates, fresh medjool dates, have everything the human body needs. It's amazing. I have a few dates, and I have the lemon water and a few dates, and then a little bit of honey, which I know people get on me about the honey, but I have a little bit of, I can't handle any sugar on this planet, so all I get is the raw honey. So I know vegans want to just cutthroat me. Oh my God. So yeah, I'll probably get messages after this. But anyway, I've spoken to the queen bee, like telepathically, if you will. she's saying that I help a lot of people and that I deserve to have my little bit of spoonful of honey in the morning.
Well, and what's interesting is the indigenous tribes viewed honey as like gold, and
Really?
if
Wow.
ever anybody was sick, honey was one of the first things that they would give them because the bees, being in that area, would pick up the pollen or anything from maybe that plant and then took it and it got infused into the honey. And so they
Mm-hmm.
would say, like, you have to get locally sourced honey. Like, for example, I'm in Texas, so Missouri honey would have no benefit to me because it's not my region, it's not my location. But if I got local Texas honey and if my allergies started flaring up, that honey will be a natural, like,
Mm-hmm.
antidote to it because the bees have picked up everything in the area that's needed
Yeah.
to fight it. And so it's like honey is one of the natural, if it's processed right. Now, I'm not
Yeah.
saying, if it's put through a machine and
Mm-hmm.
artificially grown and bioengineered,
Yeah.
that's not
Oh,
honey. That's
no.
chemical.
No, that's yeah. You definitely want pure raw honey. My Manuka honey is supposedly the best honey. I think that's what Dr. Sebi was saying, or CB, however you say that. I never know how to say these people's names properly because I don't actually hear people saying them out loud. I just read a lot because because I read a lot. So yeah, but yeah, honey. I definitely have a little bit of honey, and then I can clean the whole house. I can do a 4, 6, even a 9 hour house cleaning on just that. Oh, and a banana. So I have my lemon water, a big mug of warm lemon water that gets everything moving. Then a few dates to kill parasites and to get me lit. And then I have a banana and then a stick of honey. And I'm gone. I just lit. This is buzzing. You can see my crown chakra just going off. You feel like, how is she in such a good mood? You have no idea what I had for breakfast, yo.
Yeah, from the sounds of it, I don't know because I don't like lemons because they're so sour. It's like
Oh,
I
yeah.
I just
It
I
took a
can't.
while for me to like them too. It just happened like recently, maybe in the last year. I was on limes for like ever, and then I'm like, you know what? I really like the taste of that lemon. So I guess it just grows on you maybe after a while. So
And so, do you grow your own anything to help you?
I wish I could grow some plants and stuff in my apartment, but I have a cat, Angel, who loves to eat plants. I don't know why is Angel eating them, but I guess because it's nature and the cat wants to get in the dirt or something. I don't know, but it's not working out anyway. I'm gonna have to figure out how to hang them from the ceiling or something. Somebody come and tell me how to deal with cats and plants.
Well, actually, we had a vet tell us one time because we asked him, why do our dogs chew up the grass? And
Mm-hmm.
they said they're missing something in their diet
Yeah.
and they're not feeling well, and the grass puts it in their system, and then it
Mhm.
upsets their stomach to the point where they'll throw up
Yeah.
whatever is
Yeah.
ailing them, and it's like a cure for them. And so
Mhm.
they eat the grass to get the
Yeah.
nutrient that they need to help themselves. So maybe that's what the cat's doing, is
Yeah.
getting missing nutrients.
Yeah. That and microgreens, I guess. Cats can have microgreens, which I didn't realize that. So I'm like, oh my God, I need to grow microgreens for all of us. Sprouting and microgreens and sprouting, I want to get into more and start growing that. So that would be great. Yeah, I really wish I had a garden. That would be so lovely. I could grow so many things. What a wonderful day that would be when I have a garden.
Yeah,
Oh,
and Karen brought up the electroculture, and we do that with our flowers
God.
because we tried doing vegetables, but they didn't take because they wouldn't produce a lot in the amount of time we were looking at with our seasons, because our seasons are very different from other areas because we have extreme heat. That's an issue. But what was funny is we had a plant that was only supposed to be here for the summer. And because we had electroculture in the planter box, they were like lasting they were like 2 seasons instead
Hmm.
of one. And we were like, these plants should be dead, but they're still here. What's going on? And we're like, it has to be the electroculture.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I know, like on the inner Earth, the Agartha network, they grow plants that are literally like bioluminescent. They're like glowing, which is intense. That is lit. Like humans have never seen that before. But this is what will be brought to the Earth when, people stand in their power and take their power back, and we get our Earth back and take our rightful place. Then we can have these released, if you will, to us from the higher beings. Bioluminescent plants and plants that can help heal our body rapidly. It's amazing. They probably
Yeah,
have pure water down there too, like purest water ever.
I don't know. Our water, we have to filter it because they like to put stuff in the water.
Oh yes, yeah. They like to put stuff in everything. It's at every corner, yo. It's in everything. It's amazing. Like you really got to take your power back on this planet, or you'll be taken out real quick. It's really sad.
But
It is what it
what
is.
Yeah, and what I always find hilarious is when you're talking about like some of the silly arguments that people come up with, and scientists that are saying like, oh, the planet can't heal itself from all the pollution we've put into the planet, and we're gonna destroy the planet. And then I was looking when we were in the time when we couldn't go anywhere because of what was going on all over the world. They started taking pictures like Venice, where the canals were so polluted. And in a matter of a week, they were crystal clear. And I was like, so the planet's going to take and not be able to repair itself, is what you're telling me, but it just did.
Yeah, yeah. And it will keep doing that. And they have technologies that can heal the oceans rapidly. This will come out when we take our power back and we come together in unity as one people, like one consciousness, one mind, one heartbeat. That's what I like to say all the time. So, as one, we have to stand as one, or we're not going to get any of this released. The healing chambers, bioluminescent plants, like, all these wonderful technologies. We're not going to get anything if we don't come together in unity, because they're not going to come and help us if we're not peaceful. I wouldn't want to come help somebody if they weren't peaceful.
Right.
Right? Why would I want to help an angry person that's still in their traumas and wounds and victim mode? Like, forget it. People have to
Yeah,
learn how to wipe their own ass. Sorry to say that like that, but I mean, you have to, or there won't be any progress.
exactly. And Karen, I think, is calling it a night, but she mentions the Anastasia ringing cedars of Russia. And I remember my mom was reading a book series about an Anastasia, and so I'm wondering if that's the same one where she was like able to grow like these gardens that were like keeping her alive for longer than what any human really should have been, I believe, is what was going on. And she was like getting all this wisdom and everything. And so I'm
Wow.
wondering if that's who she's referencing. And the
Hmm. Yeah.
Tartarians, yeah, they were super advanced and then wiped from existence.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow, that's intense. Yeah. Well, there's different things that will help the garden grow faster and be more nutritious for you. I know that people are like wrapping like copper rings around things. So I'm starting to learn different things. Um, it almost looks like the Ormus pyramids that they create and stuff. So this is, yeah. I mean, I'm learning too, right? So,
Right.
like it's all very, very amazing. And this is what we should have learned when we were little. Like all these things. Like, what are we even learning in school? Like nothing important. So yeah.
And one thing I'm curious about with, your familiarity with Reiki is, you can call in, like, say, somebody needs you need potassium. You can call in the essence of potassium and energetically infuse your body with it, and the body accepts it and reacts to it. And so I'm wondering, like you're saying, with a lot of these things being so expensive, can we, if you have that mental strength, go, okay, I'm going to infuse my body with, say, all the fruit in the world and, start detoxing, and I'm going to just infuse it in and bring it in, and, you could start that way. And then when the fruits and everything comes more affordable, actually use them. But can we do some of it without the physical, is what I mean, and being able to use the energies?
I would say that you definitely need to take the fruit into your being. You definitely need the enzymes and the electrical energy to move everything in your being, or nothing will move. You'll just stay stagnant. No matter how much you sit there wishing and intention that it's coming to you, you're going to need it within your body, because otherwise your lymphatic system will just sit there stagnant. And then everything will just pile up or just sit there, like, because people have been eating like the SAD diet, standard American diet, their entire life, so they're full of acids and mucus and plaque in their being. So if they just sat there just saying, oh, I'm going to get potassium just by meditating, like it's not going to work, right? They're maybe the Buddhas sitting there that have been meditating forever. Maybe, they could try doing something like that, but they're used to fasting and stuff. They're used to the sunlight powering their being, which is what we could go to. That's where people are going, right? Where the sunlight just powers their being and they just live off the sunlight, charges them. But you have to work up to that. You can't be full of acids and just be like, I'm going to be a fruitarian now. Like, you could literally die. Like, you can't just jump from acids into alkaline. It's like, you're jumping into like a cold bath or something. You're like, oh my God, it's just too much. You have to do it slowly. You have to transition slowly, and vice versa. If you're a fruitarian and you want to start eating more acids, same thing. You got to ease yourself into it, like fruits and then salads and then like steamed veggies and quinoa, because quinoa is more of a seed than a grain, so it's much better for you. And I know that because I could pass it way better within my being, so I know that. But like, and then you can start eating other foods. Myself, I'd eat gluten-free foods. So if you want to eat pizzas and burgers and all of this from the system that they've, everybody's mind controlled that we need this food. So you can go into that after, but you don't go from like fruit to a potato. You'll literally die, and people have. So you have to be very careful.
And can you be too alkaline?
Dr. Morris said you can be too on the extremes, but it's very rare on this planet that anybody ever would be too alkaline. And literally, I want to shake their hand if they do exist. I'll give them a hug, actually. Screw that handshake. I'll hug you. Get over here. That's how I'm going to be when I go see Dr. Morris. Like, get in here. Get in here. Give me the love. You saved my life like many times. So yeah, love
So
him.
we have 4 minutes left
All right.
in the hour, so the hour's already almost up.
Wow, that was
Um, I have the links that you sent me in the description, so
All right.
everybody that's watching, they have the links. But is
Mm-hmm.
there any message that you want to give to the audience,
Oh,
and anything you want to repeat and like stress, like re-mention and bring
mm.
awareness to?
Well, I just want to stress and tell everybody that they can heal from anything that they're going through. They don't have to go take big pharma drugs or turn to doctors or surgeries or chemo or all of this. They can easily heal on fruit and herbs, and it is possible. I have a mega shake on my healing page that'll help people feel satiated longer and fuller because I know people are hungry. That's because the parasites are hungry. So it's hard. You have to detox them out, and then suddenly, oh, you're not hungry anymore, starving all the time because you release those parasites from your being. So it's very, very amazing. It's a miraculous thing that happens to you when you detox. Like, just, yeah, it's beautiful. I hope everybody can experience it. And then you can floor all the doctors, like I did with the optometrist. They're all like, how did this happen? They told me they never seen it ever before, especially if someone with how bad my vision is. They're like, how are you coming back? Like, wait for it. I also have to do iridology picture drop as well, do before and after when I started detox years ago to now, and see, so people can see, because people need to see. They need facts. I
Yeah.
even have on my healing page the numbers. People can have the numbers of like before and after my vision. Yeah, because everybody's skeptics, you know. But I get it.
Well, and
It can
the
be scary.
thing though, the bottom line we have to remember though is everybody is unique and different. So what
Yes.
may do for one may not
Mhm.
do for another.
Totally.
And so
Hmm.
be aware, whatever you doing, if you're going to try this or, doing whatever you're doing, keep in mind if it's working for you, keep doing that. If it's not
Hmm.
working for you, maybe you need to adjust it or add something like
Yeah.
fruit or, something, but
Hmm.
just don't think because you're not getting results, even though the person next to you is, something's wrong with you. It's
Hmm.
everybody's body reacts differently,
Yeah.
and we forget that.
And we have different levels of acids build at different levels of mucus and build up in the body and whatnot. It takes longer for some people than others. So some will have to go a lot slower. So, and some might only be able to do all raw, which is fine too. Dr. Morris says anything you can do, even just, having a salad at night instead of a big meal, like baby steps. People can't even eat fruit for breakfast around here where I'm at. Hillbillies out here, they don't want to eat. They want their bacon and eggs and all of this, right? So,
Well, there is something to be said for bacon, but
yeah. Oh, yeah. Pigs are the biggest
bacon's
scavengers
cheaper
on
than
earth.
fruit.
Yeah. So it's hard. I mean, baby steps, right? But yeah, anything helps. That at least eat more alkaline. That's
Yeah,
important. Yeah, so you can balance between the worlds. That's what I like to say. You got to kind of balance between acid and alkaline worlds. Kind of hang in the middle. Don't go overboard into the trenches, Then we got to pull you back out.
yeah, and
We're gonna get you.
and monitor yourself. So if you're
Yeah,
not feeling well doing this,
yeah.
check,
Well, yeah.
what's going on, because you may be doing harm
It's good to
without
keep a
knowing it.
journal, but this is why you have a detox specialist to help you along your journey. You don't go through this alone. There's many. There's Dr. Morris groups that have many people in there that are detoxing and going through this. Nobody is alone. Not anymore. So we are here for you.
Well,
So
good, and hopefully, your sanctuary gets
gets
some
built.
backing and gets
Yes.
going.
Yes, that would be lovely. So to be
So,
continued, I guess.
yeah, so thank you for coming on
Yes,
and
thank you for
sharing this
having
with
me.
us. And thank you to Karen Ann in the chat room for all the wonderful information that she shared as well.
Yes,
And
thank you, Karen.
so thank you to everyone who's watching, and we will definitely have to have you back on, to keep us informed of how your progress is going, because
Oh,
I
thank
think
you.
everybody should be aware of all these different healing modalities that are out there that can help us. And
Yes.
we're not in a world of you have to do what the hospital doctors say, that there are other options. And so that's my goal in having you on and other healing modality specialists on, is just to bring awareness to there is other options. So if what you're doing is not working, maybe one of these will. So thank you for
Yeah,
sharing that with us.
no problem. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, and with that, we are going to say good night and thank you so much, and have a wonderful evening, everyone.
You're welcome. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.